Hello everyone. This is a part 2 of rest of the manual testing interview questions. Let's see the first question. What is usability testing? Do you have any idea about usability testing?
I think it is testing whether the application is user-friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, rest of the people.
I also think the same.
Yes. Yeah, usability is nothing but checking the user friendliness of an application. How friendly it is used, the particular application for the user. That is user friendliness. Factor can decides the user friendliness is it can be easily accessible and it is in simple language and it can be easily understandable for the person who are the using, and the proper text message should be displayed what they have to enter, and if they enter any invalid message or the invalid information, the pop-up message or error message should be displayed. These are the factors which takes the user friendliness of an application. Let's the next question. In a formal company, whether they conduct postmortem meeting or not. Do you have any idea about postmortem meeting?
I haven't attended. I'm not sure whether they conduct or not.
I also didn't heard about postmortem meeting.
Yes, okay. Yeah. Postmortem meeting is conducted at the start of the project. Postmortem meeting means it is a formal discussion. What they will discuss means what they went well and what they went wrong. These all things are discussed in that postmortem meeting, and they will implement these changes in the next upcoming projects. That is postmortem meeting. Yeah, next question. Tomorrow, if you are joining the company, can you become a Scrum Master as a fresher?
I think like if you have good communication skills and if you have the leadership quality, you can become, and like if you know if you can coordinate and have a follow-up, so I think a fresher can become a Scrum Master.
Okay.
I don't know whether I'm right.
Yeah, I also think the same.
But as a fresher, we can't become a Scrum Master, but after getting 2 to 3 years of experience, we can become a Scrum Master. As a fresher, we can't.
Okay.
Yeah, what the Scrum Master will do, they takes the information from the team, what they done yesterday, what they do today, what they are planning to do, and update this information to the manager, like Samiksha, what Samiksha is doing. Yeah. Next question. Have you heard term called as release notes?
Yes.
Release notes, I have heard. I think
it includes the environment where the new build is present, which all defects are fixed, which all defects are still present. Yeah, some details like that. Yeah.
Samiksha. You're in mute, I think.
no, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll explain. No worries. Yeah, release notes is a document which was created by the test engineer. It contains which defects, how many defects are fixed, and how many defects are identified, and how many test cases are passed, and how many test cases are failed, how many test cases are identified. These are all things are included in the document, and it also mentions the how to install the software. That is release notes.
Vasundhara, can you explain once more?
Yes. It is a release notes is a document. It is created by the test engineer.
Testing engineer.
Testing engineer. Yeah.
Okay.
It contains which defects are fixed, and how many defects are identified, and how many defects are there, and how many test cases are passed, and how many test cases are failed, and what are those. These all things are included in the document. That is a release notes document.
Okay.
Yeah, they also includes the procedure to install the software also. Yeah, that is release notes. Let's see next question. Have you heard about severity and priority?
Yes, I have. I know about severity and priority.
Yeah. Can you explain, or else you can?
Like for example, if I give a simple example, if there is an for example Facebook, if you take, and there is a Facebook logo, like what is written. So if like it is the spelling is not correct, so it will be like priority, because it is like first thing what on we open the website and it is displayed. So it is like a company name, yes, you can say. So it is on the priority. But if the Facebook, if we are logging and there is an error or something is a problem in login, so it will be severity, high severity and low priority, can say.
Okay, fine. Joel? Yeah, you are in mute. You are in mute.
Yeah, severity means how important the issue is. Like, is it blocking?
Need to be fixed as soon as possible, we can say, might be.
Yeah,
severity.
that is priority, I think.
Yeah, priority is
Achha.
how immediate should the defect be fixed.
Right.
How severity means how it is affecting the business.
Yes, 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 exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Joel and Hamiksha said, severity is impact of bug or defect on customer's business workflow. That is severity. And it is, yeah, severity is if the impact of bug or defect on customer business workflow is more, then it is considered as a high severity. If the impact of bug or defect on customer business workflow is low, then it is considered as a low severity. Next, coming to priority. For example, if you have an application, in that application you raise the bug, how soon you want the developer to fix the bug? That is called priority. Or you can tell importance given to a bug to fix it. If you have a high priority in an application, if you raised a high priority bug, you have to convince the development team. First, you have to fix this high priority bug, and then you have to move to less important. That is priority. Yes, next. Can you tell me about types of priority and severity?
Severity, blocker, critical,
Yes.
high priority, low priority.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Blocker, critical, both are correct. Then
I forgot. I am confused.
okay, fine. Samiksha, Sujana, can you?
No, I don't know the types.
Oh, actually, I'm hearing for the first time.
Okay. Fine. I'll explain. Yeah. Types of severity are blocker, critical, major, and minor.
Okay.
The types of priority are high, medium, and low. I'll explain briefly. Here, blocker means, for example, if you have a login application, in that you have entered the valid credentials like valid username and valid password. If you click on submit button, it redirected to blank page or else error page. That is considered as a blocker. And next, critical. If, for example, you have Samiksha and Joel, Samiksha sent 10,000 rupees to Joel. Joel checking his her account, but he gets only 5,000 rupees. That is considered as a critical. Yeah. Next, major. Let us take an example of Ola. If you're trying to book an Ola cab, but the Ola cab is already booked, but you didn't get any confirmation message. You and your driver is waiting for the confirmation message. Functionality is working, but we don't know how the customer business workflow is affecting. That is major. And coming to minor, let us take an example of e-commerce website like Flipkart. They want that in Flipkart, F is in capital letter and it is in pink color. But we gave it as a F is in small and it has a pink color. It does not affect the customer business workflow, so they will not consider. So it is minor. Next, coming to types of priority, high. It is high priority, so we need to be fixed immediately. Next, medium. It is low priority and need not to be fixed immediately. It can be fixed in the next releases also. Yeah, low priority. There is no rule to fix immediately, so we can this also fix in next releases also. Yeah, lesson expression. Can you give me an example for high priority and high severity? Just now I told you.
Yeah, like if Joel, I'm sending like if I take example of Gmail, if I'm logging and there is some error, so that is will be
Yes.
high priority. And if there is a like we can't find the link on the like web browser, so that will be severity, high severity.
Yes, yes, yes. Joel and Sujana, at least try. Yeah, okay, I'll explain.
Yeah.
As Amiksha said, and I also said, this is the login functionality. If you click, if you enter the mobile number correctly and if you enter the password correctly, if you click on login, it shows blank page or error. The user is unable to log into an application. He can't do anything without login. So it is considered as a high priority and high severity. I think you got it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine. Next. Can you give me an example for low priority and low severity?
Like if an example, if we take for any website, for say like an ice cream website, so if we are checking in the menu and if there is some paragraph or some spelling mistake in the paragraph, very like downside, so that will be low severity and low priority because it is just a normal spelling mistake in the, but it is not affecting any website or any user or something. So it will be low priority and low severity.
Yes, yes. For example, if you have an application, in that application we have home, about us, contact details. These all things are displayed in home. In that, if you click on about us, it shows like some spelling mistakes. Like here we see that here it is development. It written as a deployment, and experience. It is written as experience. Wide. These small mistakes cannot be considered, so it is considered as a low priority and low severity. Yeah, next, spelling mistakes. That means, yeah. Can you give me an example for high priority and low severity?
Like if can say if a website, some of a website is working on a Google browser and some website is not working on the any other web browser, so that will be high severity. And like if there is if we log in and if we change the password and we didn't get any notification for that, so might be there, that will be low priority.
Okay. Can you combine and tell me only one example for high
Okay.
severity and low priority?
Okay, like for high priority severity, if we will say that if we are putting the password on suppose Gmail and it is not coming in the bullet form, it is like it is showing the password, we can like it is visible. So that will be high severity because it is because of the security reason. So it is not coming in that bullet form. So that will be high severity.
So then where is low priority?
And low priority,
With the same example.
yeah. I'm confused now.
Yeah. As you said is correct, but we are not combining them, those two. Yeah, I'll tell you. For example, as we discussed before, let us take an application in that we have about us, contact, and something home. If you click on about us, it's showing a blank page. Sorry, like this. Sorry, this page is not available. If you're trying to take information about that application or about that company, if you click on that, but we are not getting anything, that is high severity and low priority. Yes, next. Can you give me an example for high priority and low severity?
Yeah, this spelling mistakes on logo or something. Yeah, it's high priority, but it's not affecting business.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, let's take an example of XYZ. We have xyz.com website. If you click on website, it shows like before we discussed about home, email address, contact details, or else about us. The spell of home is written as HEOM. It does not affect the customer business workflow, but it creates a bad impact on that particular company. So that's why it is high priority and it is low severity. Yeah, next. What is Big Bang method?
Big Bang method, basically it is the combination of small modules to make a proper system, one system, to make one system. Or like to complicate, to compile other modules or other system.
What Big Bang method will do?
Is it integrating different modules all at once?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is also known as non-incremental integration testing. In this Big Bang method, we are adding all the modules in a single shot and testing the data transfer between them. That is called Big Bang method or non-incremental integration testing. Next. What is pesticide paradox?
I have read.
Pesticide paradox as if there. Oh, that is defect clustering. Sorry.
I have read.
This is the principle of software testing. You can try.
Like if we keep fixing the same bug, so it will not be in a bug.
No.
If it is repeating, the bug is repeating, and so we will, the system won't show it as a bug.
Yes, exactly.
Now I.
Yeah. Pesticide paradox in software testing is repeating the same test cases again and again will no longer find the defects. Eventually, by repeating the same test cases, we'll no longer find. But to overcome this, we have to review the test cases regularly and we have to update them. That is called pesticide paradox. And next, can you tell me about the difference between smoke testing and sanitary testing? It is very, very important, I think.
Yeah. Smoke testing is done by testers mainly, and sanitary testing is done by developers also. The testing.
What? Sanitary testing is done by the testers or developers?
I have read somewhere that smoke testing is done mainly by tester, and sanitary is done by sometimes developer also.
Oh no, smoke testing is done by the developers and the testers, but sanitary testing is only done by the testers.
Okay, I'm saying the opposite then.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Joel, Susanna, where are you? Yeah, just try
Um,
if you have any
I
idea.
have, I have no idea. These are technical terms. So,
Okay, fine. No worries, no
Sanity
worries.
testing is done when the build is there. After
Yeah,
that,
yes.
we do sanity testing.
Yes, yes.
The build is ready. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Joel,
And
have you an idea?
yeah, and smoke testing is done after a defect fix. I'm not sure
I think when a bug is fixed, so
because usually people use the same term for the test after the build deployment. So,
Yeah, okay.
like Samiksha said, I have also heard that sanity testing is done by developers as well. Yeah, it's
Okay, fine. No, it's not totally wrong. Smoke testing is only done by the developers and the testers, but sanitary testing is only done by the testers, not developers. Yeah, smoke testing is done by both developers and the testers, but sanitary testing is only done by the testers. Smoke testing verifies the entire system from end to end and check whether it is working perfectly fine or not. But sanitary testing focuses on particular component and it is also known as narrow regression testing. It mainly focuses on the one or few areas of the functionality. We do smoke testing to ensure the basic and critical feature of an application is working perfectly fine or not to check. And we do sanity testing to check the new functionalities or the new bug fixes are working perfectly fine or not. Smoke testing is automated, but sanity testing cannot be automated. We'll do documentation for smoke testing, but we can't do, it is not necessary documentation for sanity testing. And smoke testing is always a positive testing, but sanity testing is always a combination of positive and negative testing. And yeah, Samikshi said, smoke testing, when build is not stable, we'll do smoke testing. But when build is stable, we'll do sanity testing. Yeah, these are the main differences between smoke testing and sanity testing. Let's see next question. What is white box testing?
in which coding is done by the tester. So yeah, so where it is like in structural way the coding happens, that is white box testing.
Yes, yes, yes. Any
Yeah.
guess? Yeah.
Yeah, it's also called structural testing. Yeah, it 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 tests the internal flow of the code.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, white box testing. Testing is based on the analysis of the internal structure of the code. It is usually done by the developers, as we all know, and it is also known as clear box testing or transparent box testing. And it is done to check the source code is working as expected or not. And this white box testing is applicable for all stages of SDLC. Yeah, in white box testing, the defects are found in unit and integrated levels mostly. And do you have any idea? Yeah, yeah. The defects are found in unit and integration levels mostly. Yeah, yes. Yeah, you have any idea about white box testing techniques?
Mm.
Yeah, code coverage and
Yeah.
statement coverage and
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. Statement coverage, decision coverage, condition coverage, multiple decision condition coverage. Yeah, these are the techniques. And next, let's see what is the differences between the white box testing and the black box testing.
Black box, we don't need code. We don't need to see the internal coding flow. But in white box, we do the internal coding. And yeah.
Yeah, yes, yes.
black box testing is based on the requirement document. It is checking whether the requirements are met, but in white box testing, it is not that.
Mainly as a tester, testers do black box testing more than white box testing.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Fine. Yeah. You all said is correct. Black box testing and software testing is testing an application without knowing the internal structure of the code. But white box testing, they test the internal analysis of the code. They only check they know all the things about the code. And next, we in black box testing we start testing after the requirement specification, after preparation of requirement specification document. But in white box testing we start after preparation of the detailed design document. This black box testing types will deal with the system and the acceptance testings. But in white box testing, it is only best suited for the low level of actions like unit testing and integration testing. Black box testing need not require any programming knowledge or any needs of tool knowledge. But as a white box testing, we need programming knowledge and we need lots of tool knowledge. Black box testing is difficult to automate, but white box testing is easy to automate. Yeah, black box testing is done by the developers, testers, and the end users also. End users means the customer's point of view. Yeah, in white box testing, it is only done by the developers and some of the testers who knows the internal structure of the code. Yeah, this is the last difference between the black box testing and the white box testing. And let's see the next question. What is cross-browser testing? Yeah, it is also known as compatibility testing.
Yeah, so like if we are checking any application on different browser, so that will be like cross-browser testing.
Exactly.
Yeah, whether the application under test is working with all the browsers. Yeah.
Yes, cross-browser testing is also known as compatibility testing. We are checking whether the application is accessible in different browsers, whether the application is working as expected in different browsers or not. For example, you have a mobile. In that mobile, you changed the country name as Europe or else India and checking the application whether it is working or not. That is a cross-browser testing. And next, the sandwich testing.
I have read this.
I haven't heard of it.
I have read this sandwich testing. Vasna, give me a hint.
How sandwich like?
Like somewhat testing, which is like between some two testing, I guess.
Yeah, some two testings. What are the two testings?
I have read this.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Combination of, what is this? What is the question? Sandwich testing. Yeah. Combination of top-down and bottom-up approach.
Yes.
That is called sandwich testing.
Sandwich testing.
I think you have an idea on top-down and bottom-up approach.
That also I have read. Like I'm just recalling what I have all read.
Yeah.
Top-down we come
give
from
clarity about it.
yeah. From top to down we come for testing, so that is top down, and from bottom up is like from we do testing from bottom to upside for the modules, that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bottom means first testing the lower level modules and then we are going to up. That is called bottom up approach. Yeah. Top down means first we are checking the upper modules and then we coming to the lower modules. That is the top down approach. This combination is called sandwich testing. Yeah. Can you explain the difference between functional testing and non-functional testing?
Functional testing is unity testing, smoke testing, sanity testing. And yeah,
I'm
by
asking about the differences between those, not what is functional and what are the types of non-functional and what are the types of functional testing. Difference. You have any idea? You can, or else I.
Functional testing tests the key features of the application, and non-functional testing tests the other features like usability, security, and reliability, and such features.
non-functional testing is basically it is like yeah, no, you explain better.
Okay, fine. Yeah, functional testing will focus on how your software should work,
Yeah.
and it also checks behavior of an application. That is called functional testing. But in non-functional testing, it mainly focuses on the performance of an application. How much load it can take and how reliable it is. That is called non-functional testing. We do functional testing based on the customer requirements, but we do non-functional testing because of customer expectations. And functional testing can be done manually, but non-functional testing cannot be done manually. These are the large differences between the functional testing and the non-functional testing. Let's see next question. What is the difference between the severity and priority? Yeah, as we all discussed before. Yeah, Samiksha, you can, or Joel, or you have an idea, Sujana, you can. If you have no idea, then just learn, that's it. No worries.
Yeah, I have no idea. This is my second day, so I'm still learning.
It's okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
priority,
Samiksha.
priority is to like decide whether when to fix it, like.
Yes.
Yeah, and severity is like how damage it is doing for the application, like what level or yeah, how much.
Yes, okay, fine. Yeah, priority versus severity, or else severity versus anything else. Severity, as we have discussed about impact of bug or fix on customer business workflow, that is called severity. Priority is if you raise a bug, how soon you want the developer to fix the bug, that is called priority. Severity related to quality standard, but priority related to scheduling and resolving the problems. Severity levels does not change from time to time, but priority levels are changed from time to time. Both severity and priority levels are decided by the test engineers only, not other developers and the not business people. Priority levels and the severity levels, both the levels are decided by the test engineers. Severity is of 4 types, like we all discussed: blocker, critical, major, and minor. Priority is high, medium, and low. These are the main differences between priority and severity. And next, yeah, this is a real-time scenario question. If login functionality is broken on your website, you raise a defect for it. What do you think? Is it low priority and high severity, or high priority and low severity, or high priority and high severity, or low severity and low priority?
It will be high priority and high severity, because
Yeah,
the
exactly.
login functionality is the main function of any website. So
Yes. Yeah. Without login, we can't do anything in that application. So it is high priority and high severity. Yeah, Lex. Yeah, what is test management? Can you name some of the test management tools? You have any idea about that? Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. Test management is managing the testing process or the testing activities in order to have a high quality or the high-end testing of a software application. It practices that organizing and controlling the testing process, ensuring the visibility, traceability, and controlling the testing process for delivery of the high quality of product. Yeah, test management tools like I think you heard about that, but you are not getting that. Test trial, test link, Zira, Zipfire, test collab, EasyQA. These are the all test management tools. Yeah, next. Can you explain briefly about what test management tool do? Yeah, I'll explain this. Test management tool manages and allows the team to test to have the test case environment and project task and automation testers and your what is that? It includes the dashboards also, your test reports, your executions. These are all things we can do in the test management tool. Yeah, next. Do you know any defect management tools?
Zephyr.
Jira.
Zephyr, I don't think it has a defect management tool. I think it is test
Bugzilla.
management. Yeah, Bugzilla and Zira both are correct.
IBM Rational Clear Quest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, Zira, Bugzilla, Bugnet, HPLM. These are all defect management tools. Next. What do you mean by quality?
Quality is the like if a software if we get a requirement and we gave the application according to that requirement and it is bug free, so that is the quality.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other? It is a simple term. What is quality? You can also explore it. Sujana, what is meant by quality?
Yeah, quality is something like which is completely clear with no defects and
Yes. Okay, fine.
the end product should be good with consequences.
Okay. Joel.
Yeah, it meet its duties and like the product meets the requirements.
Exactly.
Yeah, customer expectation and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Quality is nothing but reliability. But you know about the reliability. That means first reliability means it must meet the customer requirements. If it does not meets the customer requirements, there is no point to create the product. It's right, I think. If without meeting the expectations of the customer, there is no point to create the product. That is quality. Next. Yeah, this is a common scenario, high level scenarios. Can you give high level test scenarios for pencil? You can say your own by thinking.
One scenario is like test whether the pen lead is dark enough to read what is written.
Yes.
Then
One test scenario will be like if the whether the pencil lid quality is good or bad.
Yes.
whether it breaks when we sharpen the pencil.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, whether the lead quality is good throughout the whole length of the pencil.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if there is any mistake, you make sure there's an eraser too. I said that one.
Okay. Yeah. Next.
The quality of the pencil, like whether it is wooden pencil or the wax pencil or what the material is used.
Yes,
This would be the
exactly.
scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Whether
can
the
done.
lead breaks when it falls down from a table.
Okay, yeah. That is means strength.
Strength, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as you all told is correct. Yeah, first we have to check the thickness of the pencil, and we can check the strength of the pencil, outer wooden body of the pencil, and check the what's that brand name which we have written on the pencil, whether the text is written in correct code or not. Like Apsara, it will be spelled correct or not. It will style is checking. And for example, if you write with the pencil, if you write in any text in the paper, whether it is readable or not, checking whether it is readable or not. And check the graphite strength also. When you shard, it should not be broken, as you all said. As you all said, is very correct. It's good. Yeah, good try. And next, what is interface testing? Yeah, you can try in the word also. Interface. Okay, fine. Joel?
I haven't heard of this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, good try.
It's
correct.
It checks between the communication between the application or module or system. That is interface testing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think it's a guess.
Because you told that it is like in the word interface, so it yeah, I have.
Yeah, interface testing is nothing but we do in interface testing the communication and checking communication and data transfer between the two systems. So it is called interface testing. Yeah. You can take an example of like bookmyshow.com. In bookmyshow.com, where you can see the availability of the seats, at what time you want to go to watch the movie and what time. That is called interface testing. Yeah, next. Yeah, this is the big question. The festive sale is going on Amazon.com. Everyone is purchasing everything from 25th December to 31st December. Now, all of a sudden, the site has slowed down at the time. You will find the defect, but what is the testing type that you will use? What the testing you will use?
Boundary value analysis.
Bound. That is not a test. That is a testing technique.
Okay.
Here we are using only testing. What type of testing we'll use in this situation? You can combine these words like slow, time.
Performance testing.
Exactly, performance testing.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Performance testing is the right answer for this. And next, you are trying to log into an application. At times, you see that the password that you have given to the application for login is being not encrypted. It has been revealed into the plain text. So what kind of testing you'll use?
Security testing.
Exactly, security testing. In these situations, we'll use security testing. Yeah, next. I have one of the application in which some calculations are to be performed 24/7 in a week. And then I need to check whether it is running fine till 365 days of the year. Let's say today, December 12, 2021, and it should running continuously till December 12, 2021, and it should run continuously till date, December 12, 2022. So what kind of testing will use?
Hmm.
If you want any hint, I'll give.
Yeah.
No. Okay, then you can try.
Which testing we will use? System testing? No.
I'll give you a hint. Before what is quality in that question, I'll explain about one thing. What is quality means quality is defined as something. What is that? I'll explain that meaning also. What is that?
Continuous.
Reliability, you said.
What?
Reliability, you said, right?
Yeah, it's a reliability testing. Exactly, it is a reliable. Yeah. Good grasping power.
Oh, thank you.
It is a reliability testing. In this testing, we'll check whether it is working as expected or not. From here, December 12, 2021 to December 12, 2022, whether it is working as expected as the customer requirements or not. That is a reliability testing. And next. Now let's say if I want to test an application with 1,000 users, first I will test 50 users, then go to 500 users, and then I'm testing with 1,000 users. So what kind of testing this you will use?
Performance testing, load testing,
Load testing.
or
Yes, correctly.
Load testing.
Why we use load testing?
Because like it's a number of users is there, so we will see the system whether it is performing well in the pressure or not. Like if many users are logging at a time, so we will check that.
Okay, fine. Yeah, load testing is the correct answer. But here in load testing, the limit is only 1,000 users. What is load testing? Load testing is used to check the performance of application by applying the less than or equal to desired load. Here, what is desired load? 1,000 users. Here we are checking only the 1,000 users and less than the 1,000 users. That is load testing. And we are checking here 550 and 10 users and the 1,000 users. That is the load testing. And let's see next question. Yeah, the application is there that is being used in Citibank in that many people are accessing the software together. Now, when one person is using that software, then there is no problem. The software is working as expected. But when 10 users, 15 users, 20 users together are trying to test the application, then for one or two particular users, it is not working fine. So what kind of testing will you use? In this situation, what kind of testing will you use? I'm sure that you didn't get this.
Load testing only.
No. Here, we are not checking by 10 users, 15 users, 20 users. Here we are checking if one person will use that application, then it is working fine. But at the time, the 10 users, 15 users, 20 users are working on that application. For the one user, it is not working. Remaining all users are working for all that. At this time, what we do? What kind of testing?
Compatibility test. No, compatibility.
Compatibility means
No.
checking in different browsers, no?
Yeah, no.
Joel, any guess?
guess stress testing?
Stress testing. How you consider as a stress testing?
Yeah, if the application is designed to lesser number of users and suddenly if it is going beyond that expected number of users. Yeah, it was just a guess. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll explain. No worries.
Yeah.
We'll use concurrent testing.
Oh,
I think you don't know about this.
yeah, I
I
haven't heard.
haven't heard concurrent.
Yeah, what we'll do in concurrent testing, we'll work as a group. We have we'll group has a one HR team and one finance team and one the test engineering team. Here, in this, one of the department person the application is not working fine. The test engineers will work on that application by the end user point of view, but they didn't get any defects. And the HR team will work together and on the application, they'll find the defects. The test engineer come to the HR team and ask how many number of users are there. And this testing team will work on that and give the same accessibility and same functionality at the same time. And the remaining also can use it. That is concurrent testing. Next. Now I want to verify the
Sorry,
behavior.
Vasundhara, to interrupt. Like if we have after 5 minutes the other session, so will it finish like in 5 minutes?
No, we can continue, but it's not possible to take another session. Yeah, we'll talk with Maunika or else you'll message within half an hour. We'll complete this and we'll continue that talk.
So we will continue this thing and we'll do the demo later.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just message Monica.
Yeah. No, next. Now I want to verify the behavior of Netflix portal during movie streaming by viewers between evening 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in any time zone. So what is this called? What type of testing here we'll use?
Load testing, because that time the users will be maximum, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is a load testing. Yeah, next question. What is localization testing? In this meaning, we got the definition of the localization testing.
We are doing testing. We suspect a bug, so we are doing some steps again and again to find out where exactly the bug is.
I think localization word is like if we are testing in many scenarios, like in many, like if it is working, the app is working in every region or language or web. Yeah, so that is localization.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, testing.
Localization it is only. Yeah, I'll explain that. In localization testing, we test the application whether it is accessible in different time zones. Like you are in Sweden, I'm in India. It is for you, what's that? I think it is 3:30. For me, it is 8 o'clock. Yeah, checking the application in different time zones. For example, as we discussed before, if you have a mobile, in that you changed that Europe, country name as India or else Sweden or else anything, and checking whether the application is completely working fine or not as expected. That is called localization testing. Yeah, next. What do you mean by positive test case and the negative test case? Have you any idea? I think it is a simple thing. By the name, we can define this, what is positive and what is negative.
Like for example, like if we take a test case for Gmail, so if we are checking to check whether logging functionality is working or not with the valid email ID, so that is positive test case. And
Yes.
if we do like if login functionality is working with the negative, sorry, invalid password. So that will
Yes.
be the negative test case.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Positive test case means taking the valid data. That is called positive test case. Negative test case means totally we are in this negative testing, we'll check only the invalid data. In this negative testing, we are trying to break the system. That is called negative system. Negative testing, sorry. And next, what is behavior driven testing?
Sorry. Actually, Niharika just messaged me, so I'm checking.
Yes, yes, okay, fine. What is behavior driven testing? Joel or Sujana, you can just have a guess.
I don't know.
Okay, fine. I'll explain this.
Yeah. Sorry. What is behavioral?
Behavior driven testing.
Behavioral driven testing is, I think it is to check like in any project, like for example, if you take in an agile methodology project, we check for the developers and for testers, the behavioral, I think it is somewhat related to that. I'm not trying.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you. Yeah, behavior driven testing is mainly focused on the user behavior in certain conditions. Yeah, and let us take an example of login functionality. If you're trying to log into an application, it's showing like some internal error. It shows like some error message or some validation message, like you have to and you need to enter valid credentials or valid username or valid password. Rather than showing this pop-up message, if it login successfully with invalid credentials, it is not correct, right? By entering the invalid credentials, it doesn't log in successfully. If it login successfully, it is not correct. So in that situations, we'll use behavior driven testing.
Okay.
Yeah, next. Plain V model.
Yeah, we just had in our upskill session.
Yeah.
V model is basically a model of software development life cycle. It is a methodology, and it is a parallel sequence of tester and developers where they work parallelly, and yeah. Yeah, there is phases like requirement design, system design. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, first V model is one of the software development life cycle model. Although V model is a stage-wise model, but the testing is done parallel to the development phase. Yeah, in V model is also known as verification and validation model. In verification, we check whether we are developing the right product or not. But in validation, we check whether we developed the right product or not. Waterfall and V model are same, but in V model, the testing and planning starts at early stages only. That is the difference between V model and waterfall model. And in the verification phase, we only focuses on the document, but in validation phase, we only focuses on the software. Yeah, this is V model. Next, see what is spiral model. Explain spiral model.
Joel brought us a spiral model. Joel, you teach.
In spiral model, spiral model is also known as incremental and iterative model. That is, each features are added incrementally to the software, and in each cycle, the phases of waterfall model are included, and after each cycle again the same phases are repeated for the next feature. In such a way, spiral model is formed. We can release the product after completing all the features, or release.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Joel said, is correct. Spiral model is an iterative model. Here in spiral model, the testing takes place before moving on to the next cycle. Yeah, in spiral model, the customer get a chance to use the product, but the requirements are not changed during the cycle, but it can be changed in the after completion of one cycle. To overcome the drawbacks of waterfall model, they introduced the spiral model. There is another name for spiral model. It is also known as version control model, I think. Why it is called version control model? Any guess?
Might be because one version is like completed and then the sprint starts. So that's why it is called the version.
Okay, I'll tell you. After completion of this cycle, we are releasing the one software in multiple versions. So that's why it is called as version control model. After completing of this complete cycle, we are releasing the software to the customer for checking usability and all the things. And the software is released in multiple versions. So that's why it is called version control model. And next, let's see another question of what is entry and exit criteria. This is very important, I think.
Entry criteria is are the conditions that must be met to start testing, and exit criteria are the condition that must be met to stop testing.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, in definitions, the prerequisites that must be achieved before commencing the testing process, that is entry criteria. And exit criteria is the conditions that must be met after the testing, before the testing is concluded. In simple terms, I will say this all, I don't know. What is entry and exit criteria? When to start the testing activities, that is entry criteria. And when to stop the testing activities, that is exit criteria. This is very simple definition, you can remember it. Yeah, this is like how is it entering and how is it exiting. Yeah, there is a, if we have a cinema hall, we have entry and exit criteria, both the doors are available like that. Yeah, what do you mean by prototype model?
In a prototype model is used when the customer is not very sure of his requirements, when customer cannot give a clear requirement document. In this type, after getting the basic requirements, the development team makes a dummy model. A dummy model, and it presents it before the customer, and gets feedback from them and finalizes the requirement properly, and then they start developing the real software product. Yeah, that is prototype model.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it is also one type of software development lifecycle model. But in waterfall model, the customer is not involved. If the product is already ready, if the product is going for the production, it gives the customer, if the customer have any issues, we have to start testing from the requirement phase. So that's why they introduced the prototype model. In prototype model, first we have the requirement and gathering analysis. After that, they build a prototype. They build a dummy prototype, as Joel said. That is a software of an application, and it is given to the customer. If the customer is satisfied with that, or else if he or she have any issues, and it will be changed in that build prototype only. And then when he or she is agree, then we proceed to the next upcoming process, like phases like design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. That is a prototype model. Next, let's see what is iterative and incremental model.
It is an agile methodology.
Yes, it is agile, but what is iterative and then what is incremental?
Iterative means these phases, a requirement collection and feasibility study, and those phases are repeated after each cycle. Incremental means pieces of features are added after each cycle.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, iterative means, as Joel said, is exactly correct. Repeating the same testing process again and again. That means requirement will be done, design will be done, development will be done, testing will be done for a particular cycle. That is called iterative. And incremental means modules are keeps on adding. Modules means nothing but features. Features are keeps on adding. That is iterative and incremental. Next, what is static testing techniques? You can guess static testing techniques.
Reviews, walkthrough, inspection,
Yes, exactly.
technical reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, static testing techniques are review, walkthrough, inspection. In review conducts on the documents to ensure the correctness and completeness. But walkthrough is like a knowledge transfer session in the form of peer review. Next, coming to inspection, the purpose of inspection is to find the defects, and it is led by the trained moderator. And it is a formal review. It follows many strict rules to find the defects. The reviewers have a checklist to work on to review the work products, and they will go through that and they will record the defects and they will inform it to the participants, and those participants will rectify those errors. These are the techniques of static testing. And let's see next question. What are dynamic testing techniques? Yes, you can. It is very easy, I think.
Boundary value analysis.
No,
It
it
is
is black box
testing
techniques.
for code. Like,
Yeah, dynamic testing is testing for code, but I want the testing techniques. Yeah, I'll explain that. Dynamic testing techniques are unit
Yeah,
testing,
unit testing.
integration testing, and system testing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
I was doing my and I by mistake did you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, dynamic testing techniques are unit testing, integration testing, system testing. Yeah, as you all know, unit testing means testing the functionality of the single component, that is unit testing. Integration testing means individual modules are grouped together and tested. And system testing means testing the whole application and the complete application, whether it is working fine or not. These are the tested dynamic testing techniques. Let's see next question. What is audit and inspection? Have you heard the terms?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll explain. Audit means it is a systematic process of determining whether the actual testing is conducted within the organization or team. Or else we can say, as per IEEE, it is a review that documents the organizations that implement and follow. This audit has three types: compliance audit, internal audit, and system audit. But as I told, inspection, as per IEEE 94, inspection is a technical formal, it is a formal technical review, and in which the software requirements or the designs or coding which are examined by the person or the group of persons other than the author to detect the faults or any other problems. And inspection follows many processes like planning, overview preparation, inspection, and next rework and follow up. This is the audit and inspection. Next, what is testing and debugging?
Yeah, to like check whether the software is working or not and whether there is any bug. So that is testing, and debugging is to fix any defect or error in any application. So yeah, to whether check whether the quality of application is good.
Exactly. Yeah, debugging.
Um, Debugging to fix the error.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Testing. The purpose of testing is to find defects or bugs in the software application, and it is done by the testers in the testing phase. It can be automated. Testing can be automated. Coming to debugging, the purpose of debugging is to correct those errors which can be found in the testing phase. That is debugging. Debugging is done by the developers, and it cannot be automated, I think. Yeah, this is the testing and debugging. Let's see next one. Explain state transition and error guessing. Do you have any idea about this? What are these? First of all, what state transition and what is error guessing? Okay, I'll explain. State transition and error guessing. Both are test design techniques of black box testing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if the application under test goes through a lot of states, yeah, we use the state transition diagram and properly make test cases.
Yes. Error guessing.
Error guessing, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll explain. Yeah, in straight transition, it is a black box testing technique. In state transition, the inputs are changed based on the status. It is done by the testers. It can perform the action by giving the input conditions in a sequence. And they also, what's that? The testers will give both combination of positive and negative values for evaluating the system behavior. Let us take an example of this system. Login functionality of the system. If you entered the password incorrect for 5 times, a test case can check what happens if I enter the incorrect password for the sixth time. That is state transition. If we enter the password for the sixth time, it may locks, I think. The system may locks. That is state transition. And testing the in many status like that is state transition. And error guessing. Error guessing is also a black box test design technique. It helps to find the defects in the software application, and it does not follow any rules, I think. It mainly depends on the tester analytical skills and experience. By experience, we can guess the errors. Like by looking an application, this is the error, this is the error. Based on that, based on experience, we can get that. This is straight transition error guessing. And next, what is gray box testing?
It is the mix of both the white box and the black box. So it is like with some codes, with some internal structure, with yeah. So it is combination of both basically, white box and black box.
Exactly. Yeah. Gray box testing is a combination of black box and white box testing. Is called gray box testing. As
Also
the gray
opaque
box
testing. I think opaque testing.
Okay. Yeah. As a gray box tester, he knows the partially about the internal structure of the code. He also knows the algorithms defining test case. That is called gray box testing. Next, what is portability testing?
Portability testing. I have heard.
Testing whether the application works in different devices.
Yeah.
Different devices, I think it is not
Different
portability.
browser.
Different browsers, that is compatibility. Yeah, I'll explain. Yeah, portability testing is a process of determining the degree of ease or difficulty of an application can be effectively and efficiently transferred from one software to another software or from one environment to another environment. That is portability testing. Yeah, next. What is internationalization testing? If you know localization testing, then it is very easy to define the internationalization testing. You can guess what is internationalization? What do it mean? Joel, Samiksha, Sujana, any guess or else I need to explain.
Yeah, sorry.
Whether it works with different languages, not sure.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Internationalization is a non-functional testing technique. It is a process of designing the software in various languages and various regions without any changes that can be adapted to various languages and various regions. That is a internationalization testing. Here, localization and the international testing are highly interrelated. That is internationalization testing. And next, what is test plan?
It is the document containing all testing related activities, the objective, scope, testing method, approach, assumptions, the risk that can happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Testing is a document that describes the test strategies, resources, deliverables that get performed to test an software application. And before testing, we'll do planning. In planning, we have to specify each and everything. What strategies we are going to plan and what strategies we are going to apply and what kind of testings we are going to use, what are not, and what's that, what in which environment we are going to conduct the test and who are going to conduct the test cases. These all are included in the document that is called test plan document. And next, what is software test estimation? If you have any idea about story point estimation, you can get this software test estimation.
Yeah, the time required for completing testing.
Exactly. Yeah. Software test estimation is an management activity which approximates how long it would take to complete the task. That is the software test estimation. Estimating effort is for test is one of the major important tasks for test management. And next, let's see next question. What is system integration testing?
When the two modules or two system is integrated, so that is and make one system, so that is system integration testing. When there is like two different modules or system and it is integrated into one unit or one system. Yeah.
By integrating what we can say?
By like, for example, if I say like if login page or the home page, if we is working or not, like we can integrate two modules like login page and home page. So if we put email ID and password, so it will go on the home page.
Yeah, it is a combination of system and integration testing. Yeah. System integration testing about testing and interactions and communication between two or different systems. SIT involves in overall testing of an complete application. It may be several combinations like software, hardware, and software. That is a system integration testing. And next, what is defect report?
Document that contains like all the details of what defects are identified or what are the action or steps to be done to like to fix that defect.
Exactly. Yeah. Defect report is also known as bug report. Yeah, defect report, it contains, describes the defects detected by a tester, and the main purpose of defect report is to state the problem as clearly as possible. How soon you want the developer to fix? Yeah, no, sorry. So that the developer can replicate the defect and easily fix it. He can understand easily by this defect report what will be there and what it need to be fixed. By this, the developer can understand the defect and he can easily fix it. That is defect reporting. The next, what is defect mapping? Have you any idea? Okay, fine. Yes. Mapping means connecting two things. What are two things?
To check the quality of the software. No, to
It's a
to
guess.
check.
Okay. Yeah, Samiksha, you can tell.
Might be to check the functionality. I'm confused actually.
Okay.
Yeah, when you said mapping, is it the bug against mapping the bug against the test case or requirement?
Your guess is exactly correct.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it is a guess. You know all the things before?
No, I was hearing this term for first time.
Okay, fine. Let me explain. Yeah, defect mapping, in the word we have mapped the concerned failed test cases and corresponding requirements in requirement traceability matrix. That is defect mapping. This mapping is done by the defect reporter. It helps to make a proper defect report and analyze the impact on product. Here, once the test cases and the requirements are mapped with the defects, and the stakeholders can analyze that, and they can take a decision about when to fix the bug, and it needs to be fixed the bug based on the priority and severity. That is defect mapping. Yeah, next. What is use case in testing?
I don't have idea.
Yeah, okay, I'll explain. Use case is a software testing technique. It helps to identify the test cases that covers the entire system on transaction by transaction from the basis from start to end. Test cases are the interactions between the user and the software application. Here the use case which helps to identify the gaps in the software application which cannot be found while testing the individual software components. That is called use case in testing. Yeah, next we'll see next question. This is the last question, and this is very important question. Mostly in interview questions, this question is first. What is test case and test scenario, and what is the difference between them?
A test case contains all the planning and all the things like the scenario, the planning, and what all methods is. So that is the test case, and scenario is if it is like one situation, so how many versions are there for one yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. Any guess, Joel or Sujana?
Test scenario is more generalized form of what to test, and test case is detailed one. Test scenario is a single line, but test case is step-by-step gives step-by-step explanation. And
Yeah, like the test case, we can, like Joel is saying the right test cases, like the to execute or to verify a particular like feature or the test case is like to end-to-end functionality of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Test case, main intention of test case, it tells us about how to test. Test scenario tells us about what to test. Yeah, test case is a detailed document. It gives information about the test strategy, resources, and the expected output. These all things, it gives information about these all things in test case. But in test scenario, it gives information about one line information about what to test. In test case, it is time consuming. Test case is a very time consuming when it compared to the test scenarios. The main intention of test case is to verify the test scenarios by implementing the steps. But the main intention of test scenario is to check the end-to-end functionality, verify the complete functionality of your software. In test case, they only focuses on the documents, but in test scenario, they focuses on thinking and discussing details. In test cases are derived from the test scenarios, but test scenarios are derived from the use case. These are the main differences between the test case and the test scenarios. And this is very important thing. You should have to learn this. Yeah. Yeah, please stop sharing. Sorry, please stop recording.